So yeah, math again. If any of you had to choose between chugging a gallon of bleach or doing 3 pages of trigonometry, I'll bet most of y'all will have started chugging it before I even finish my sentence. From my experience, the thing that ticks me off from getting a perfect A plus in math is probably all the formulas and memorization we had to do. Like, come on, what even is this? I signed up in this school to count, not memorize the entire FNAF lore. It seems no matter how much you try to fight it, elementary math is always going to be superior than high school math. In enjoyability, that is. But what if I told you there's a subject in high school where not only does it have the same rule of counting numbers as elementary, but makes it more challenging in a sort of fair way? That's what I'm gonna be teaching y'all. So ladies, gentlemen, my homies from the Rainbow Flag Gang, the sane, reasonable kind, not the schizo bonkers kind, join me as I teach y'all the beauty of limit. Before starting, yes, I know, the last video had so much e-rape on it, and okay, don't worry, I got it toned down to a minimal. It's not gonna be fully gone, cause I ain't gonna let it. But expect more coherent speech rather than. So what exactly is a limit? If you were to Google the actual definition of it, limit is defined as a restriction on the size or amount of something permissible or possible. Like, if I were to ask you, how much burgers can you eat before getting engorged? I'll probably say 3. Unless you're American, in that case, my God! Maybe, how much gallons of bleach can you drink to not pose a health risk? The answer to that is absolutely 0. Maybe, how many push-ups can you do before your arms just gives up? Now, personally, my record is 100. Don't mean to brag, but 3 burgers max, 100 push-ups record. Literally 0 liters of bleach at all. These were the ingredients to create the perfect definition of a limit. But this is not real life. This is math life. And let me tell you, limit in math compared to in real life is not so different from each other. Let me give y'all a picture. Disclaimer alert. You need to know algebra first for this one. That video will come someday. So let's say I have a basic function of x plus 5. If I say x is 1, then that would be 1 plus 5, which equals to 6. But if x equals 2, then 7, and it keeps going. If I say any number is x, it will result in a clearly defined answer. But what about something like this? And I know this seems hard, but trust me, it's not if you're in high school. We can put x is 1 and there's the answer. Alright, so what's wrong here? Well, try putting x is 2, calculate it all, and you get an answer of 0 divided by 0. Okay then, is that the answer? Not really. You see, in math, there's no way to divide 0 with 0. Why is that? Well, to understand that, y'all need to understand the concept of infinity. So infinity, in layman's terms, is something that adds up endlessly to the point that you can't count it, cause it's adding up non-stop. So basically, student loan debts. Generally in math, anything divided by 0 will result in infinity. Why? Let me give y'all another picture. Quick quiz, kid. What is 1 divided by 1? 1. Good. You're very smart. 1 divided by 0.1? 10. Even smarter. Amazingness. 1 divided by 0.01? 100. And okay, I'll stop. Pop quiz. What do they have in common? Thumbs up. It's the black color. See, if you kept on dividing by the decimals, the answer is gonna be an even greater number. 0.001? 1,000. 0.0000001? 100,000. 0.0000001? So if you introduce the number 0 and make it divide anything, In theory, 0 is just 0.00000 going endlessly to stop at a 1. So in theory, the answer is infinity because it's not gonna stop to 1. I know the real life aspect of divide by 0.1 doesn't make sense, but here's my take on what this would look like in real life. Story time. A man has 6 children. Y'all know this is fiction because no sane man would voluntarily have 6 kids in this crap economy. The man bought 12 of those chocolate taffy candies. What are they called again? Ah, yes. So the man bought 12 of those fart rolls and gave them equally to his kids. So that would be 12 divided by 6 equals to 2. Yeah, quick maths. But let's go to another scenario. A different man has a single kid. Now we're getting to the reality. He buys a single Tootsie Roll. But the poor little fella is unfortunately diabetic, so he's only allowed a max of 1/10 of the rolls or he will die from high blood sugar. So the man gave the 1/10, but he doesn't know what to do with the rest of the 9s. So as any reasonable adult, he thought to himself, if I has 9 more kids, I can divide 1/10 to all 9 of them. Then no candy wasted. I'm so smart. Very smart you are. So I went to an orphanage and started to... Wait, what's going on? Wait, this wasn't the script. Wait, no, stop! But this is high school math here. All the real life situation stuff are non-existent here. Yeah, welcome to high school, beaches. Okay, so infinity is the answer, right? Of course not, you stupidly beautiful peoples. While it would be easy to just answer infinity, the problem is infinity isn't really something you can count. Like, if I say I have 4 pens on my desk right now, everyone would believe that. If I said I have 300 hours on Call of Duty, you would be skeptical cause I don't have a game PC, but COD has a mobile version, so yeah, maybe that checks out. But if I say I have infinite cash, now that's 100% cap cause does this look like infinite bucks to y'all? Taking my broke butt out of consideration, there's no way anyone can have an infinite amount of something, cause for something to be infinite, it must be never ending. Confused? Here's what infinity looks like. This is a bucket.
Dear God.
And this is a piece of paper.
No!
So, what I'm gonna do is just gonna draw something on this piece of paper. I'm gonna need the help because I'm gonna make my money work. This is a pen. Now if I draw infinity on this thing, you just gotta grab tape and then just paste it on this bucket. Oh crap. Oh. There we go. I call this the infinity bucket. Now if I put my phone in this bucket, like so, surely it'll produce an infinite amount of... Oh. Okay. Maybe it's better if I just explain it to y'all. Where'd the bucket go? Does infinite dollars mean a billion? A trillion? A sextillion? Of course not. Because if I say I have a sextillion amount of dollars, that implies there's a limit to how much money I have. While infinite money doesn't have an end. Are you okay over there? Alright, nice. Like, imagine a conversation between 2 math nerds. One of them be like, the answer to this question is infinity. While the other be like, okay, so how much is it? Retaliation. Infinite. How much? And they'll repeat this pointless argument till they die of old disease. You can't treat infinity as a number, cause you can't count something that can't stop adding up. It's more of a concept of endlessnicity. Y'all get the point. So is that it? Is 0 divided by 0 just infinity with extra steps? Nah, there's a different reason for that. While anything divided by 0 is infinity, 0 divided by any number is always gonna be 0. Why? As the great philosopher Plato once said, it do be like that, bro. So if you put 0 divided by 0 in, on one hand, 0 divided by any number including other zeros will always result in 0, while any number divided by 0 equals to infinity. So this makes a contradiction where the answer is both nothing and everything, a polar opposite, and no one has been able to figure out what's the right answer is. Until now. Because you see, I had to import everything and everyone to a different file, excluding all those phones and probably the bucket. I realized that, wait,
My laptop can just give me the answer. It's a laptop. It can give me the answer right now. Wait, hang on. I might not need to make this video after all.
let's try it out. Okay, but Sebastian, we've been rambling about infinity for the past 80% of the video now. I came here because I want to stress myself to pass my exam, not have an existential crisis. Alright, hang on a minute. I was about to get there. So, back to the problem. If you look at this, it's true that inserting x equals 2 resulted in undefined. That's 0 plus 0 and infinity's nickname. But look closer, and you could see that you can actually simplify this function. If you're watching this video and don't know how to simplify a function, I'm here to teach y'all my maybe secret way to solve this when I was in high school. Step 1. Find the x squared, the x, and the regular number of the function. Found it. Next, on the x part, take out the number, the negative included. Next, do the same thing to the regular number. Now, listen closely. For x, what plus what equals the x value? And for the regular number, it's what times what. Both of these must be the same amount, because it just works like that. Pause this video for as long as you want to solve a case, because I'm not stopping. Quick, 3, 2, 1. If you said negative 2 and negative 1, you're correct. If anyone answers differently, y'all did your best. Using those two numbers, split the x1 into the negative 2 x minus x. Split the middle, do some very easy algebra. Please tell me y'all know how to do this. Put the outside bracket and then combine them like this for the law of whatever this mumbo jumbo is. And congratulations! You're now with the sort needed to complete your high school, only in math, journey to becoming a graduate. Give them a round of applause. Congratulations! Omedeto.
Pitiful.
What the? Now, using your simplified, whatever this is called, you know that if something times something and divided by the same thing from the top, it cancels out. So now you are left with this simplified function, and when you put 2 in it, it turns out there is an answer. You see, limit in math is basically a function that, when given a certain x number value, doesn't give a defined answer. Hence why it's called limit, because there's a limit to what number it can insert, but when altering its appearance, which I'll be getting into, can uncover the true answer. It's like politicians finding all those loopholes to get whatever they want. Limit's practically doing the same thing, except not scummy. You can see that there's a symbol that says lim on it with the x equals anything underneath. That tells us that this function can't be inserted with this value, which gives you jurisdiction to do some nonsensical BS on this thing that works, mind you. What do I mean by that? Well, I just showed you one way, but how about another one? Well, we can follow the second method I like to call x squared minus a squared. See, x squared minus a squared can be interpreted as x minus a multiplied by x plus a, or as I like to call it, the Zaza way. Using this second sword, or shield, or staff or whatever helps you kill those 30 final bosses. You can simplify it like this. Cross it out and you get something like this.
Dead. Not a big surprise.
Remember everyone, the only thing that can defeat everything is nothing. That's scientifically proven. Look at that. And that probably about covers Limit. The math that's 99% counting, the rest is formulas. Keep in mind that these are mild breezes compared to what exams have in Texas. You got Limit with roots, X high powered, Limit Infinity, yeah that's real. There's even Limit inside a Limit. This just goes to show that when facing problems come in life, the best way to solve it is to either just ignore it entirely or find an alternative way to do it. It's like traffic. When in doubt, make your own route. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, consider hitting that like and sub. That 1% that liked my last video, I love you. No homo. Unless you're a lady, then we can talk. Anyways, I'm just glad there isn't any sequel to this that just undermined the entire character arc Limit has gone through, as in not needing to memorize. That would suck if Limit was about memorizing. Wait a minute. Ah, shit.